Expectations are a funny thing, especially when it comes to seeing movies. You can go in with good expectations and be severely disappointed. You can go in with low expectations and be severely thrilled. Severely, probably not the right adjective. Extremely thrilled. Let's go with that. And I think that is apt to happen. I think if you set your expectations too high, you're likely to be disappointed. And if you set them too low, you're likely to be impressed. And I had this happen with the original Hoodwinked movie. I want to talk a little bit about Hoodwinked 2, which I got a chance to see this weekend. I went in with expectations very low. I didn't know the company that was making it. I didn't really know anything about it. I just heard someone say it was good, and so we wanted to take our kids to see a movie, and they said it was good and clean, and so we went and saw it, and those low expectations got blown away. We walked out thinking, wow, that was a really fun movie, really quirky, lots of good characters, lots of fun, and had something good to say. The animation was a little, not really that good, but other than that, it was a fun movie to watch. So I think the problem when that happens is if they make a sequel, your expectations go from here to here. Now, if I had seen Hoodwinked 2 with the same expectations I had of the first one, I'm not sure that I wouldn't like it, but I saw it with expectations based on how much I liked the first one, and it fell short. Hoodwinked 2 is, in my opinion, feels too long, which is crazy because it's not that long of a movie. It probably just means the pacing is way off. The characters don't feel any deeper. They don't feel any more well drawn. There are a lot of really cheap jokes in the movie, just jokes that you see coming a mile away and really don't do anything to add to the characters or the plot or anything like that. They are just cheap jokes for joke's sake. The animation hasn't improved. I was really disappointed in that. I thought, well, they're making a sequel. The animation style will probably be a lot better, but it's still that really almost mold-looking, jerky kind of computer-generated animation. Now, I will say they did convert it to 3D, and they did a pretty good job on that. The 3D is all right, but it didn't necessarily seem like something that had to be done. So if you're looking at it as a movie overall, I'd say it was probably a little lower than mediocre. Now, I took my son to it, and he seemed to have a good time. So maybe his expectations weren't quite as high as mine were. But I think the lesson for me to remember when going to see a movie like Hoodwinked 2 is to just sit down in the chair and just let the movie happen, because I was going in thinking, oh, this is going to be another fun, quirky experience, and it just did not live up to that for me.